field now from the 50. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. LaShawn Sims with the INT. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. From the gun, here's Brissett. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Play action now. Brissett uncorks one for Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. On play action, Brissett. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And that hits the crossbar and comes back no good. And by just a couple of inches, this remains a scoreless game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Browns' drive about to get started. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Two-jet bomber, two-jet bomber.
To throw, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Ryan Succop on for the point after. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15.
King.
Mayfield on play action. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play that time for Cleveland. 45 yards.
And the Browns first down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
It's our time. It's our time.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Mike. 180. Mike. Let's go. Do you tighten up? Let's go.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Normally, that's not the down and distance that you call a draw play. You're usually wanting to wait to second or third down with a definite passing situation before that play is dialed up.
They run it here with Gordon. Good move, but not much to show for it. Still inside the 5. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Out of the gun, Brissett. Got a man. It's Brown. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Yeah, difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
54 Mike. Check. Watch 54.
From the 27th, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Hunt. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 38-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mayfield to throw. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
At the Titans' 47-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Mayfield down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And again, it's Mayfield. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 28.
A gain of 12. First down, Browns.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Mayfield. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. They'll run with McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Second and 5 now. Mayfield flush to his right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
Check. Watch what he's doing. Don't say nothing. Kim. Watch out.
On third and short to give to the tight end. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield eluding the pressure right. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Baker Mayfield, his 9th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. So a late touchdown here just before the half, and that obviously changes the dynamic of this game.
Yeah, in a couple of ways, partner, because they've been shut out up until this point. So now at least they go into the locker room, and Uncle Mo may be creeping over to their side to talk to him a little bit. And second, they're right back in the football game, an extra point away from tying things up.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Brissett on first down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Christian Kirksey. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast and in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Kareem Hunt, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Steps away to his left. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Brissett. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
180. Check. Watch 54. You don't want nothing.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Regular.
On 3rd down, Mayfield gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
And the Browns first down.
Mayfield now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Back now in Nashville. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. On 2nd down, it's Hunt, and an alley to run. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 13. It's a first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The defensive end, Cameron Wake, brings him down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
First down, Brissett. Able to get this to Gordon. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run here with John Kelly. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. This thrown quickly out to Jones. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Brissett on 4th down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jannard Avery, and this Browns defense stands tall. Well, the D brought the house, they called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want, they go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it, got right to the quarterback, no chance on that 4th down.
Just what the Browns needed there, good for a gain of 17.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Push him back. Push him back.
Here's Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Jurrell Casey picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Mayfield off the play fake. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but now Mayfield lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans.
Going the other way.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Brissett. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Brissett. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for the Browns, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will head back home
next week. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they drop below 500 to 2-.